Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Unless you're the 6 hour P320. Then I guess you just kill people. Leave her alone, Bubba. Bird. Welcome back to Black Swamp Knives, guys. Yes, today we're going to talk about the P320 Sig Sauer controversy. Why? Because I carry one. I don't know, can Sig Sauer recover from this? Or did Sig Sauer? I don't know. But it's not great. They came out with the P320 basic gun, just basic. No safety, failed drop tests. They still put it out into circulation. People bought it, dropped it, it went off. They took it back, they recalled it, put it back into circulation and said it was just a trigger issue, that they replaced it. It's not going to happen again. Apparently it did. But Sig Sauer let it go, and they continued on with their military contract. So they redid it as the M17. The military said, no, we're not doing this until you fix the issue, and then we'll do it. So they did. They recalled it, brought it back, the M18, the new military sidearm, the one that I carry. All they did was put a thumb safety, an ambidextrous thumb safety on it. That's all they did. They said that's supposed to stop it from happening. Does it? I don't know. Mine's not gone off. Loretta's pretty quiet. Stands by her man. She's good gun. I've tried to get her to fire off, and I can't do it. There you go, guys. The Sig Sauer P320 M18. I don't know if y'all can see that right there. 320 M18. This ambidextrous sight, safety. I don't know why I said sight, but this ambidextrous safety is what they changed. It says that stops the problem. Do we believe that? Who knows? Like I said, I've not got this to fire off for no reason. That being said, basic rules of firearms: always treat them as if they are loaded. Never point them at anybody. And never point them at something you're not willing to destroy. So for you guys that appendix carry inside the waistband, if you shoot off your little carrot, that's probably shouldn't have been pointing at something you didn't want to destroy. Food for thought. So let's treat this as if it's loaded, because it is, and we're going to clear it real quick. 147 grain jacketed hollow points. So she's clear now. I don't know if you can see the light through there, but she's empty. Nothing. They tell you to finger it. It's empty. Nothing's in there. So this is the military sidearm. This is what I carry every day. This is also apparently the choice firearm for some sheriffs and police departments. So we're going to put that back in holster. There are 2.5 million of this firearm in circulation, and only 100 reports of it going off. Very few of these reports do I believe, okay? Because all firearms will drop fire. I own a bunch of Sig Sauers, I own Berettas, I own Glocks, and a Taurus, which recently did drop fire. I didn't drop it per se. It was on a shelf. It got knocked down, hit another shelf, and fired off a round. Now, it all happened so fast, I don't know if it was just because of the impact that when it hit the shelf that it fired, or if it caught something on its way down. I don't know. Thankfully, nobody was around. Nobody got hurt, except the cabinet, thankfully. But I own that. That's what happened. So, for anybody out there dropping their Sig Sauers, that's a story I believe. Let's get to the stories I don't believe. And I want you guys to know, first and foremost, that I support our servicemen and women. I back them 100%. Our warriors should be the most important, well taken care of people on this planet. They're not, sadly. So what I'm about to say, I don't want to be taken wrong. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not trying to smear dirt on dead people's graves. I'm not trying to do that. We're just trying to get to the facts, the bottom of the case, and see where the truth and the lies are and where the fault really lies, okay? But there are going to be servicemen brought into this conversation, because if we're going to have a conversation, we need to have a legitimate, honest conversation so that we know who to blame. And to be honest with you, even though I support our men and women serving, I do not support the military complex, and I do not support the government. They should be taking care of our soldiers, and they don't. A lot of these men and women come home broken, homeless, uncared for, and it's sad. And that the government and the military complex have to own. They don't, but that's their fault. And I believe a lot of this airmen shooting themselves issue is partially the government's fault. It's just as much theirs as it is Sig Sauer's. Because the government buys cheap shit. That's what they do. They buy the cheapest crap for our men and women. While our government and our military waste billions of dollars on dumb shit instead of putting more money into our military budget to get our men and women good shit. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, they had the trials. They were trying to find the military standard sidearm. Every gun manufacturer brought a firearm to the table. The two finalists were Sig Sauer with their P226 Mark 25 and the Beretta 92F, which won. That was our standard military sidearm for over 3 decades. So the two finalists, they competed head to head, toe to toe. Everything was exactly the same. They couldn't find any difference between the Mark 25 P226 and the 92F. So how did the military adopt this firearm? They're cheap. The parts package to repair the 92F was cheaper than the repair package for the Mark 25. So that's how they determined that. They bought the cheapest weapon. And that's what they did again with the M18. Because anybody that's been out to a gun shop or people that own guns, you know that Sig Sauer is a very expensive firearm. I own a few of them. The 226 Mark 25, I have one in a safe, $1,000 firearm. The M18, $650 to $700. The military again went with the cheapest possible route, which I mean is why I got this as a carry weapon, because it's cheap. I didn't really want to spend $1,000 on another SIG. Plus, Mrs. Blacksboro probably would have had my ass if I'd spent $1,000 on another firearm. So the military is just as much to blame as Sig Sauer. There was 2 policemen reported that they were walking through the parking lot, their weapons holstered, and the firearm just went off and shot them in the foot. I walk around all day, every day, with this holstered. It's never shot me in the foot or the leg. I find those to be bullshit stories. Could it have been just negligence? Could have been something the cops were carrying? Who knows? I wasn't there. I don't know. But I don't believe the story. It just sounds outlandish and absurd. There was a female police officer. She, I guess on a traffic stop, she had gotten her car and she was fumbling with her computer and she was leaned over and something fell. So she got out of the car, turned around, bent over to look for whatever it was, and the gun shot her in her femur and blew her femur out. I don't believe that story either. That sounds ridiculous as fuck. You're telling me that a gun in a level 3 retention holster just went off and blew out your femur? I doubt it. Could it have been when you got out, maybe the hand grip got caught on the seat belt and it twisted it, pulled it out or something, and something got jammed and it went off? Could that have been the case? That I would probably believe. But just to say you got out of the car, bent over, and the gun shot you in the leg, that's fucking absurd. No, I don't believe you. There was, I believe the story was, a general in the Air Force was showing a buddy of his M18 when he set it on the table, shot his wife. I don't know the guy. I don't know the situation. I wasn't there. Is it possible? Is it possible, guys, that the man just woke up that morning and didn't like his wife and he shot her? I set this gun down on the headboard every day, or on the counter every day when I get home. It doesn't go off. But then again, I don't ignore basic gun rules and point it at somebody. So why was he pointing it at his wife or in her direction? It's an absurd, outlandish story that I don't believe. Again, I don't know. I can't say what it was, but PTSD, guys, is a thing. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. But if you believe the story, the story he gave, I don't believe it. It's not for me. I'm not falling for that shit. There's been a most recent incident of an airman security force guy shooting himself in the chest. A security force is just a fancy way of saying an MP, a military police guy. So his service weapon, the 320 M18, it's in a Safariland QLS system. I happen to have one for my Beretta 92F. It's really nice. I love it. I'm working on getting a QLS system for every one of my firearms. This is it, guys. QLS. Retention, so it can't come out. It's got the QLS lock right there. Quick release system. It's basic rule of firearm. Never pointed at anybody. Never pointed at something you don't want to destroy. Always treat it as if it is loaded. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clear this firearm real quick. See, there's no rounds in the mag. We're finger in the barrel. Nothing in there. It's empty, guys. Now we're going to put it away because for the rest of this demonstration, we don't need her. Reba is very pretty. She's old, but she's very pretty. I love that firearm. Just this nostalgia of that 92F. And shooting it is fun as shit, guys. I love shooting that gun. I believe it's time to get a new barrel for her, but God, I love shooting that firearm. QLS system. Military police, okay? Okay, so it's on his belt. It's a drop leg system, right? He gets to his desk. He's going to take the gun and the QLS out and set it on the table, which was the report. He took it off, set it on the table, and it shot him in the chest. So let's get into that. You press the bottom of the fork and it releases. Then you pull it up. Okay? So we don't need this anymore. So you've pulled it out. You're going to set it on the table. You're going to sit down. The gun is facing away from me. So how did he shoot himself in the chest, guys? To take that off, like you just saw, we pull it up out of the QLS system, the little forks, right? Because you got to hold it with your right hand, and you got to press the forks with your left. Pull it out. Front of the gun facing away from you. Any natural motion to setting it down is going to be facing forward, okay? Or, because your wrist naturally does this, you can set it down on the table like that. Either way, this firearm is pointing away from you. Let's try to point this at our chest like this military police guy did, okay? I'm gonna take it off. We're going to unnaturally twist our arm so that the fucking barrel is pointing to us. And you can't naturally turn it that way. Straight forward or this way, to the side, natural movement, setting it down. So how did he just pop himself in the chest? It's a story I don't believe, guys. I don't. I'm not buying it. Is it possible? Again, I don't know the guy. I don't know the situation. See the buttons on the bottom of the QLS? He just... So again, I don't know the man. I don't know the situation. Maybe he's been in combat before this. Maybe he has PTSD. I don't know. Maybe he was suicidal. Again, I'm not trying to smear mud on his grave. I'm just trying to get to the truth. But I don't believe the story. So, did Sig Sauer just go off and shoot this man in the chest? No, I don't believe that at all. I might take her to the range Friday and see what I could do with her. I haven't shot her in a while. I've been busy putting rounds through this M18. She's got over 2,000. No hang-ups, no stovepiping, no failure to feed, no jamming. It's been a pretty good gun. It's not gone off and shot me while I'm working or making knives or drilling or walking through a parking lot or getting in or out of a car. So is this a widespread problem with Sig Sauers? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I would tend to not believe it. And I would look very objectively at the reports you hear, because like we just went over, that's very unlikely to me and I don't believe it. But again, can Sig Sauer recover? I don't know. They've got a lot of work to do, and they need to just come out and let people know that their 320 is it was a failure firearm. It was not one of their shining moments. It's a failure, and they need to make amends for that however they want to do it. I mean, come out with a whole new firearm, put that into circulation with the military and the civilians, you know, just get rid of the 320. I don't know. I don't work for Sig Sauer. But something has to be done, guys. And Sig Sauer is very, 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 very much dropping the ball on this. And I'm disappointed in them. I am. Will it stop me from buying Sigs? Fuck no. I love my Sig Sauers. I love my Glocks. I love my Berettas. Glock and I have a love-hate relationship. Like, it's a good gun, and it is. It's a tremendous firearm, but I don't know. It's just, I like it, but I hate it. But I have it. I own Glock, and I'm not going to get rid of it. And will I buy more Glocks? Yeah. And I'm going to love them, and I'm going to hate them. So that's, I don't know, guys. You be the judge. But I don't think the Sig Sauer problem is big as what it's being reported, because, like I told you, there's 2.5 million M18s out there. That's just the M18s. That's not the 320s, and that's not the M17s. That's M18. 2.5 million. And only 100 reported incidents of this gun going off. And mostly just because somebody dropped them and they went off. That I believe. So, again, I don't think it's widespread, but it is a problem that Sig Sauer needs to address, and they need to just come out and admit it and deal with it and say, hey, we fucked up. We're sorry we gaslit you and told you it was a great gun. But they need to fix it. So, I don't know. Is Sig forever done? I don't know. I hope not. Let's talk about it. See y'all in the comments.